Resting easily now?
Yes, he is.
I'll bet he is. What's he up to these days?
Well, when the weather's nice, we're golfing, or sitting in here preparing sermons, just day to day.
It's a different world now, huh?
It's a different world now, yeah. Sure is.
Weather.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
Sitting in here preparing sermons, just
Let me go here.
day to day.
It's a different world now, huh?
It's a
We're
different
live,
world
Brand.
now,
It's
yeah.
all you, bud.
Sure is.
Weather.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
Sitting in here preparing sermons, just
Let me go here.
That is the weirdest.
day.
It's a different world now, huh?
It's a
We're
different
live,
world
Brand.
now,
It's
yeah.
all you, bud.
Sure is.
Weather.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
Sitting in here
Tell about we're
Go to YouTube.
That is the weirdest. It's a different world now, huh?
It's a
We're
different
live,
world
Brand.
now,
It's
yeah.
all you, bud.
Sure is.
Weather.
Turn the speakers
It'll be
off on
nice.
that.
It's on,
Sitting in here
Tell about we're
Go to YouTube.
it's on a loop.
Hello, Leslie. How are you?
We're good now.
Now you can minimize that whole top right, minimize it.
She'll hear me in 10 minutes, I think.
No, we're good now, Rand. It was looping because we were on YouTube also.
So we had Zoom and
Okay,
YouTube
okay.
running simultaneously.
Okay, my watch just turned to 7 p.m. Let's get started and call this meeting to order. Nice to see everyone. Nice to have our guests here.
Connor almost became the chair.
What's that?
Connor almost became the chair. You missed 2 in a row, 3 in a row.
I had a
Yes.
good run.
He was lobbying for it.
And I would
Are
be
you
very happy to
conceding the
have
chair,
him
Connor?
continue, frankly. What was that, Dennis?
Is he conceding the chair?
Yeah. Be glad to. On that note, I guess we better
I'm not going there. I'm apolitical.
On that note, I guess we better call for approving the minutes that Connor so ably presided over last time.
Mr. Chairman, so moved
Oh,
to
thank you. Or
approve the
Carmen.
minutes.
Okay, thank you, Carmen. Do we have a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Who seconded it?
Got Melissa.
I got Melissa.
Melissa? Okay.
Connor's too slow.
Minutes stand approved. We
Lost
need
the
a
gavel.
vote.
Got slow.
Randy, for a vote?
Yep, voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed?
No, actually, I need to abstain since I wasn't there. I'm abstained.
Okay. Okay, so I got 6 ayes, 0 noes, and 1 abstain.
Thank you. I'm not hearing you too well, Randy, but
Be close
let's
to the
go to the staff report, Jack. I see you,
Okay,
your image down there.
sure. And you may see the back of me. We currently have 45 single-family residential permits since January 1. We leased for recording the final plat for Phase 3B at Greyhawk, so that'll bring in another, I think, 50 lots, 51, something like that, that will be eligible for construction shortly. So that should up that 45, 6 or 8. And I've under the understanding that another 4 will likely be coming for the Rollins Landing subdivision. And then we have other large lot subdivisions sporadically throughout town that have construction going on. So there's a strong likelihood we will exceed 50 residential for this year. We're at 6 new commercial constructions. And then 1 commercial addition, which is doubling the size of Shoreline. All kinds of construction going on all over town. I'd like to thank our consultants and the Planning Commission and the Board of Aldermen and the citizens for all of the work over the last year under extraordinary circumstances for this comprehensive plan that we're going to be talking about tonight. It was a very difficult process at sometimes, but it was usually fun. So that makes it good. So I'd like to thank everybody for all of their input. It makes it a lot better product when there's that much input. So that's all I have.
Okay. Then, following the agenda, I see that we need to open a public hearing on the comprehensive plan, correct, Jack?
Yes, sir. Just call it open and ask for comments for or against, and then
Okay.
we'll see if anybody comes up.
Public hearing is open. Are there any comments for or against? I don't see anyone there, Jack.
I don't either. No one has come to the podium, so you can call the public hearing closed if you'd like.
Okay, public hearing is closed. And now we need to consider the resolution to adopt the comprehensive plan.
If I may, ahead of that, you have been presented a commission resolution document. It's the first time you all have ever seen one, simply because it is a state law requirement that this commission pass the adoption of the plan via a resolution. It's in the state law worded that way. And it is required, so we made it in that fashion. I would note that on this Zoom are Heather Brannigan and Leslie Deacon. You've seen both of them in the last couple of meetings and all of the task force meetings. Before we go to the discussion and comment of the commission, I would ask the chair's authorization to allow Heather and Leslie to speak if they would like.
Okay, let's do that. Who's first, Heather?
I'll go first. I just want to say it's been an honor to work with you all. You really have put so much work into this, and I hope all your voices have been represented, and it certainly seems as though they have been. And I can't thank you enough for all the effort and time that you put into it. It's really been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Leslie?
And just to reiterate, Heather, thank you all. Thank you, city staff and planning commission, as well as any other task force members who might be joining in. This was a delightful process, and I, in particular, really enjoyed learning more about Smithville. And I think the future for Smithville is very, very bright, with a lot of exciting changes on the horizon and a lot of strong opportunities. So thank you all.
I have to say, for my part, it's been you've been very professional in all that you've done. It has been a pleasure to work with you. In some ways, I'm sorry the process has come to a close, so we won't be working with you. But I have to say that in my 7 years on the Planning and Zoning Commission, there's never been anything that I've been more anxious to pass as far as a resolution and so forth. I have to say that the city leadership has to be commended, is not a strong enough word, for contracting with you and for putting this together, which is the map for the future of our city. I'm just thrilled with it.
I'll second that.
I agree as well. It's been a very good, fruitful process for the city.
Yeah, it was when we offered David the contract extension, he was very giddy, which you don't see out of a lot of planning companies, right? They're usually, it's a cookie cutter process, and then Future IQ had never done a comp plan before, right? So they figured it out. And I think we got a pretty good one. So it's easy enough for anybody to read it and see what Smithville wants to do.
And that to me, Mr. Mayor, is the most impressive part, that we brought in the company that did our strategic planning. They bid on a comprehensive plan that they hadn't done, but they brought in John Stover and Associates, a firm out of Washington, D.C., who has done them and done economic development plans. That was kind of the focus of this, is what's the economic development of our community. So in addition to Future IQ, I'd also like to thank John Stover and Associates and all of the staff members. Obviously, we've been dealing with the U.S. counterparts, mainly with Heather and Leslie most of the time, but you all have met John and David and Celine on other conferences. So we have people literally all over the world involved in this. So it was a very good thing for our community.
Yeah, John, Leslie, you've been great on all these calls. It's been fun. I know during COVID, it's been difficult. We haven't been in person, but I think you guys made the most of what we had. And the Zoom meetings, I think, were very well attended and interactive, and it's been great. So, and David texts me or emails me random things that we think about, because we are both kind of all over the place on some things. But and we'll get to see Future IQ another 6 months to a year or so, because they're doing our Parks Master Plan too. So
Yes.
Glad to hear it. Okay, at this point, then, I'm thinking that we call for a motion to approve the resolution. Jack?
so moved.
Second.
So moved by the mayor. Who seconded it?
Deb.
Who was that?
Deb.
Oh, Deb. Okay. Hey, Deb. You're
Randy,
really
Carmen, if this passes, this is the document you guys will have to just come in here and sign for us. So,
Yep.
or we'll send somebody to your house or whatever we need to do.
We'll need to have it executed so we can present the official version to the board next Tuesday.
Yep.
If it passes, still have a vote.
I'm not hearing you too well, those of you that are there at the city hall, but I think you said that we need to execute this. It's got my signature needed there, plus the Carmen's, and I'm thrilled to do that. So
Yeah, Rand, if you need us to run it by, or you can stop by Brandy's desk tomorrow. Carmen, same
Thursday.
thing.
Thursday.
Thursday, sorry. City Hall is closed tomorrow.
Yeah, don't come by tomorrow. We're
Okay.
closed.
I won't. Yeah, I'll be by there Thursday on the way to work then.
Okay.
Okay, do we need any other discussion on this?
Yeah, just a second. I have a question for Jack.
Sure.
Will you be needing my signature? Is that correct?
Yes. I can bring it by Thursday.
I would appreciate it because I'm housebound at the moment
Sure.
and unable to drive. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay, then we need to have a vote, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Randy?
Deb,
Happily, aye.
Mayor Boley,
Aye.
Dennis,
Aye.
Connor,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Carmen,
Yes.
and Rand,
Aye.
7-0.
Thank
Thank
you. This will go to the Board of Aldermen for their adoption or acceptance of the acknowledgement of the plan that you have just passed. And then they will be asked to make it the formal development policy of the city thereafter. So thank you again. Long process, started about a year ago, and here we are.
So just so you guys, so Brand and Carmen, you'll see this, and if it's in the document, this is the 5th comprehensive plan. The first one was in 66. So haven't been a lot of them.
I saw that. Yeah, that's amazing.
Excellent.
Okay, exciting. Well, let's go to the next point on the agenda, site plan review. Jack?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You have in your packet the staff report, and then there were 2 additional documents. One is the site plan layout portion that has a picture of a red and white building on the front. And then the second is the building materials provisions. In addition to those was the staff report, as I indicated earlier. Staff report goes through each of the steps, the relevant items in our site plan review process. So with that, I'll leave it open for questions or the actual applicant and their agent and engineer. And so they have several folks here. If you have any questions or if they would like to make a presentation, they can start with their presentation if they have one, or you guys can ask questions how you see fit. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Do our visitors have a presentation?
Good evening, Mr. Chair. Thank you. My name is Dan Hartman.
And I am the agent that is represented, Foreman's. I wanted to introduce Bill and Tiffany Foreman. This evening as well, we have Todd Pope, our engineer. I'll be brief and just say we're very, very excited about having a vocational school here in Smithville, the CDL school. I'll let them kind of talk about the specifics of it. But most importantly, it's going to have an opportunity to reach out to beyond our community. And as most of you know, there's a shortage of truck drivers in the United States. I think at one time I heard 60,000. And so this will have an opportunity to train those drivers as well as offer other services. So I've been excited. It's been a year process. This isn't our first run. We were in another county and things didn't work out. And I think it worked out better for the city of Smithville. So we're honored to be here this evening to present this and appreciate your consideration. So Bill and Tiffany, would you like to talk just briefly about the school? Or?
Good evening, Bill Foreman here. I honor my wife and my daughter Jessie with us. We have been contracted to FedEx Ground for 26 years, and we've been doing line haul and local deliveries. And FedEx gave us the opportunity to train our own drivers at the facility and qualify them. So this is something that we thought about doing, expanding and just, involving others. And there's a lot of people out there that are in need of jobs. And I enjoy training and everything to do with big trucks. So to have a school that could be something that, a veteran can use, or anybody that we can train, and we can be, we're going to be qualified for the state. So there's state funding, that a lot of people, I have some friends go to Johnson County Community College or other truck driving schools, but we want to be similar, but we want to be better. And we're going to teach them the right way. Because when I hire people for FedEx, I end up having to train them anyway. So this is something that we're really looking forward to doing and giving plenty of people opportunities.
Awesome.
Thank you. Anyone on the commission have questions for these gentlemen?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment now that our comp plan has passed. This fits into one of our pillars of our comp plan, which is education. It also fits into our industrial. But one of the pillars that we met with the school board last week in a joint meeting, and one of the things we talked about was educational opportunities and training, and how do we train our workforce? And this checks so many boxes. Dan can tell you from the first day he mentioned this school to me and said it was in Clinton County, I've been fighting to get it in Smithville. So I'm sorry that what happened in Clinton County happened, but I'm happy to have you here.
Excellent. Other comments or questions?
I have a question. You probably couldn't do this legally anyway. However, will the company give more of an affirmation to Smithville residents seeking employment in that field, or are the students coming from the greater Kansas City area, or they try to recruit within the city limits of Smithville?
We are open for everybody. So if there's, students, or there's vocational schools, truck driving, for FedEx, you have to be 21 years old, but there's other companies that can, you can be 18. But so yes, vocational, people in Smithville, schools, and then yes, the state of Missouri will be part of it too in greater Kansas City. So basically open for everybody.
Will you guys also have on-site mechanics to take care of your trucks, or are you guys gonna?
No, I do have a mechanic up in Stewartsville that I've used for my FedEx vehicles, and he is mobile, so he can come here. But
Gotcha.
We're looking at newer vehicles. I like, newer vehicles. The emissions are wonderful. They're quiet. Automatics, So it's a lot of technology is wonderful. Safety technology too.
Awesome. And the plan is for us to take the road, the development's going to take the road out to commercial too, right, Jack? To the light?
Eventually, yes, eventually. It's not in this phase, but the second phase would include, the next phase would have to include coming out, working with the developer or the owner to the south as well.
Gotcha.
Long-term plans would be to have a stoplight access into the industrial area.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
I have one that's not necessarily relevant to this.
Is that Deb?
It's, I know that some large RVs require.
I'm not hearing who's speaking there.
Into the mic, Deb,
Yeah,
please.
move your mic to your face a little bit. There you go.
Okay, can you hear me now, Rand?
Yes, go ahead, Deb.
Okay. Some large RVs require CDLs. Will you accommodate people who might want that kind of training too? Or are you just going to be sticking with commercial truck drivers?
We're beginning with commercial, but there's like class B is not tractor trailers, they're like straight trucks, so
Right.
it's weight limits. But yes, it is something, school buses, it's just kind of endless, so we want to be training for all of that. But jump in right now, since I do tractor trailers and straight
Right.
trucks, that's what we're going to start with and just expand onto that, yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
And our end goal, sorry, yeah, you guys might want to come up here, sorry.
Our end goal is, as your question was, we're wanting to reach out to all the schools around here to let them know this is a vocational option for kids who maybe don't want to go to college or can't go to college or aren't interested in college. But we're also going to reach out to local veterans groups to see if we can't help veterans get a vocational training. But sorry, I totally lost what you were asking.
I was asking about CDL training.
Oh,
for
yeah, sorry.
RV
Our
versus things
other
like
end
that.
goal is we do want to offer to where they can get their Class A and Class B as well. And then we're also wanting to, we have a secondary trucking company that these students coming out of the school will be able to get experience underneath our trucking company, driving for JB Hunt and other independent.
An apprenticeship type. of thing.
Right,
Okay.
so that they can get some experience because most people don't want to hire, straight out. You have to have X amount of hours driving.
Right.
So we are working with other companies, ABF and them, to authorize to where we can put drivers in seats and get them their hours, and then they can go on and do other things.
Well, that's excellent. That's excellent. Thank you.
I have one question myself. I haven't had a chance to speak to you about it. I used to be in the trucking business a little bit myself. In addition to the Class A, are you going to do all the certifications, tanker, hazmat, all those additional? Okay. Well, that way then,
Doubles and all that.
yeah, doubles. Okay. That way they'll be ready for anything. They can go to work anywhere.
Mike Rowe would be proud.
Just for my own information, I don't think I heard, but what was the name of the last person that came to the podium and what was her affiliation with the school?
Sorry, I'm Tiffany Foreman, so I'm co-owner with my husband, William Foreman.
Excellent, thank you. Nice to have you here.
Okay.
Any other questions for the applicant?
Mr.
Okay.
Chair, I think we're done with comments and questions.
All right, thank you. Jack, please advise me, do we need to take any other action with this point on the agenda?
I think we just need to have a motion to approve the site plan,
Okay.
second, and then a vote.
Okay, who will put forth a motion for that?
So moved.
Good job.
Second,
Who seconded it? Who's seconding?
Carmen.
Carmen, okay, excellent. We need a vote. Sandy,
Carmen, I'm sorry, Connor,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Carmen,
Carmen, did you hear that?
You're
You're
muted.
voting?
Carmen, you're
You're
muted.
on mute, Carmen. Carmen, there you go.
Now try it.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Deb,
Aye.
Mayor Boley,
Aye.
Dennis,
Aye.
And Rand,
Aye.
7-0.
Okay.
This will be on the agenda next week at the Board of Aldermen for final approval.
Excellent. Are there any other points for the agenda tonight?
Alderwoman Wilson, do you have your numbers for the committee report?
I've got a lot of stuff written down here.
I wrote it down too, in case you decide to leave that one with me again.
I should be here.
Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
All right.
Second.
Motion to adjourn. Who seconded it?
Connor,
Connor, excellent. Okay. Meeting adjourned.
voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Dennis is jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Anyone opposed? All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Marines.
Yeah.
You said you drove some trucks? No, I actually worked as a